Shri Gurave Namaha. Gurave Gaurachandraya Radhikaya Tadalaya Krishnaya Krishna Bhaktaya Tadbhaktaya Namo Namaha. Neham Shri Guru Varam Shri Rupanam Rasrasikam Jaya Narayanam Tam Prapannam Shri Guru Charanam Vande Raman Pristhaya Bhutale Rupanam Bhaktivedanta Trivikrama Narayanam Vajrodapi Kathorani Govardhan Sevaka Mridvi Kusmatvi Bhaktivedanta Trivikrama Nishkinchan Janapriya Kinchana Siddhacha Aptarama Aptakama Vijnana Munim Satam Gaurdham Gaurjana Sevarata Shri Trivikrama Nirantran Shinanugraha Kipabhajanam Shri Guru Gauranga Sadapriya Nityananda Samarpita Mayavad Dharma Dhaja Smart Pashan Parishodhaka Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shri Sadigaur Bhaktivedanta Jai Rup Sanatan Bhatta Raghunath Shri Jeev Gopal Bhatta Das Raghunath Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Ram 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 Hare Hare. So first of all I offer my Sastanga Dandot Pranams at the lotus feet of our spiritual masters. Intlai Srimad Bhaktivedanta Shri Narayan Gosai Maharaj Shri Gurudev. Intlai Srimad Bhaktivedanta Shri Vaman Gosai Maharaj Shri Gurudev. And to entire Rupanagariya Guru Varga. And to all the Vaishnavas and Vaishnavis. And to especially our guardians, and to especially Srimad Bhaktivedanta Trivikrama Gosai Maharaj. Whose most auspicious Vyas Puja Tithi we are observing today. So you see that the Avirbhav Tithi of the Vaishnavas is as equally worshipable as the Avirbhav Tithi of Sri Bhagavan himself. Srila Vrindavan Das Thakur has said in Sri Chaitanya Bhagavat that Ishware Avirbhav Seheno Pavitra, then Vaishnava Avirbhav Jeheno Pavitra. That just as the appearance day of Sri Ishwar so here Avirbhav Tithi of Sri Bhagavan is as equally worshipable as the Avirbhav Tithi of the Avirbhav Tithi of the Vaishnav is equally as worshipable as the Avirbhav Tithi of Sri Bhagavan himself. Therefore, I was just saying that Vrindavan Das Thakur has said Ishware Janmatithi say Jeheno Pavitra, Vaishnava Janmatithi Seheno Pavitra. That this way, the Janmatithi of Ishwar and Janmatithi of the Vaishnav, his pure Bhakta, is equally worshipable. Avirbhav, Tirobhav, Veimatra, Vedakari. That this way, the Vedas only speak of Avirbhav and Tirobhav. So in this way, we hear that in the very pranam mantras of Srila Bhaktivedanta Trivikrama Gosai Maharaj, you see, everything is present there in a nutshell. It said, Vajrodapi Kathorani, Govardhana Sevaka, Vidvi Kusmadapi Bhaktivedanta Shri Trivikrama. You see, it was harder than thunderbolt. Harder than thunderbolt for who? For those who are opposed to the principles of Gaudiya Vaishnava Dharma. Like we hear in the followers of Hankardev in Assam, and they started saying many things about the 13th canto and saying that we only worship Krishna but not Mahaprabhu. Then Param Gurudev, he had Trivikrama Maharaj speak. And he started roaring like a lion. For them he is Vajrodapi Kathorani. And then this way he silenced the entire crowd there of Hankardev. And Govardhana Sevaka. He is the Sevak of Giriraj. Especially we hear that the last part of his life, Trivikrama Maharaj, he spent like 4 months of Chaturmasya doing Giriraj Parikrama every day. And accompanying him would be Narayan Prabhu, disciple of Bhaktivedanta Shauti Maharaj. Narayan Prabhu, he was actually even a Siksha disciple of Param Gurudev. And Gurudev would say that although he was not even a disciple of our Guru Maharaj, still my Guru Maharaj, he loved him more than even any of his own disciples. He didn't see him as being any less than his own disciples. So Trivikrama Maharaj along with Narayan Prabhu, he'd do Parikrama every day. And we hear that despite having a very heavy set body, how he'd do Parikrama. And Gurudev would say that what is his reason in doing Giriraj Govardhan Parikrama? What is the particular reason that he's doing? There must be some specific reason. And that reason he's not telling us. And this way he's really cheating us. Gurudev would say, why is he doing this Parikrama so much? Trivikrama Goswami Maharaj. So Vajrodapi Katorani Go Govardhana Sevaka Madhuvi Kusumadapi Bhaktivedanta Trivikrama. He's softer than a kusum, lotus flower, to his ashrit jans, to his near and dear ones. Like we hear how affectionate he'd be to those who came with a very submissive attitude. He'd give his whole heart out. Like we hear, there was when Prabhupada's recollections were being compiled, then there was a devotee who approached him. And first, he was very strong. But then, when she approached him under the guidance of the Vaishnavas, then he was softer than a lotus flower. And he glorified this devotee's Guru Maharaj so much. He even wrote a letter. Therefore, he is Madhvi Kusumadapi Bhaktivedanta Trivikrama. And it said, Nishkinchan Janapriya Akinchana Suruddhacha Aptaram Aptakama. This way he said, Nishkinchan Janapriya Akinchana Suruddhacha. And then this way he is so dear to all the Nishkinchan Jans, to all those who are Akinchan. And this way, because he is so dear to them, why he himself is Nishkinchan, that's why. Shri Guru Gauranga Sada Priya Nityananda Samarpita Mayavad Dharma Daja Smart Pashan Parishodhaka. And this way he is cutting down all the arguments of the Smartas, of all of them. Like we hear that previously we heard this katha that Param Gurudev, he went to the Gambhira. And he went to the Gambhira with all the disciples there. Then we heard that Param Gurudev, he spoke such powerful katha there, saying the Gambhira actually belongs to Mahaprabhu. And Mahaprabhu himself was a sannyasi. But now how come the Babajis have taken over? Param Gurudev was saying, how is this possible? That the Babajis have taken over the Gambhira. This is actually our property. And this way Param Gurudev is even winning the whole debate. And the Babajis, they start rolling on the ground and they requested the administrative officials of Jagannath Puri, kindly tell him to stop or else we'll lose our Gambhira. In this way. Because Param Gurudev was saying that if you see, Mahaprabhu always wore this sannyas vesh, and we are also sannyasis, we are his descendants. So we inherit this place of bhajan more than even the Babajis themselves. And we see Trivikrama Maharaj also, how he made sure that proper Siddhant, Tattva was put forward. Or else without understanding the proper Tattva and Siddhant, then how can one possibly know what Gaudiya Vaishnavism truly is? Like you see, many arguments are taking place right now about this sannyas vesh. It said, some devotees even say, what is the need for sannyas? They say that the sannyas actually was taken by Buddha. Gautam Buddha was the one who took this sannyas vesh without danda anything, and then Shankaracharya, he is a covered Buddhist. So he accepted sannyas also. And Shankaracharya, who is he? He is a Muktivadi. Therefore he accepted sannyas. But why are the Gaudiya Vaishnavas accepting sannyas? And especially in the scriptures, it is said first Brahmacharya, then Grihastha, then Vanaprastha, then sannyas. So where is it ever said that one should directly take sannyas from the stage of Brahmacharya? And this way there raise many questions. And we see Trivikrama Maharaj, who are like one-pointed followers of Srila Param Gurudev, they then answered, if this is the case, if only the Muktivadis are taking sannyas, then why did Ramanujacharya take sannyas? Because they are saying in the Gaudiya Vaishnava line, the Gaudiya Vaishnavas don't desire mukti. They desire prem seva. Therefore, what is sannyas? Sannyas only concerns Nishkam Karma Yoga. So how is Nishkam Karma Yoga in any way related to prem seva? Because ultimately Krishna says Sarvadharmam Parityagya Mamekam Sharanam Vraja. So how does this anyway concern with this? Completely unrelated. Then we see, and Trivikrama Maharaj, he said, and pointed follow the Srila Param Gurudev. They said that if you see in the Bhagavatam there's a shloka, Kaivalyeka Prayojanam, it says. So does that mean that this Keval Mukti is only Prayojan? So here it is reconciled. Jiva Goswami said in his Priti Sandarbha that Kaivalyeka Prayojanam means Kevala Bhakti is the only Prayojan, Shuddha Bhakti. This is the only Prayojan. And then also it is said that what is moksha? Moksha is what? Moksha Vishangri Labham means to relish the fragrance coming out from the lotus feet of Sri Vishnu. This is the meaning of moksha in this way. And if you see, if Ramanujacharya and Madhvacharya, they also took sannyas. So does that mean they are also Muktivadis? Because here they are saying that only Muktivadis take sannyas, that Gaudiya Vaishnavas no need to take. But then why did Ramanujacharya and Madhvacharya take? And especially in Ramanujacharya's line in this Prapannamrit, in the commentary Sri Bhashya, everywhere it's been mentioned that sannyas is most essential. And Madhvacharya also took sannyas, and especially he delineated the 5 differences, Panchabhed, between the Jiva and Jiva, Jiva and Bhagwan, Bhagwan and Maya, Maya and Maya, Jiva and Bhagwan. This way the 5 differences he delineated. So does that mean that he is a Muktivadi? In this way. This way all their arguments were silenced in this way. And if you see in the Bhagavatam also, Krishna has said in his instructions to Uddhava, there he has said that Grihimam Jagannath, Brahmacharya Hridimam. Then Vakshastale Vanavasa Sanyasim Stitim. Vakshastale Vanavasa Sanyasim Shirasi Stitim, he has said. Means Grihi Jagannatho means the Grihastha ashram has come from my thighs. And Brahmacharya Hridimam. The Brahmacharya ashram is like my heart. And Vakshastale Vanavasam. The Vanaprasthis are like my Vakshastal. And Sanyasim Shirasi Stitam. The Sannyas ashram is like situated on my head. So why did Krishna say this? And we see Mahaprabhu also, he said, Paratmanishtai Vaishdharan. Mukunda Sevahoy Samsara Taran. He said, why have I accepted this Vaish as a sannyasi? Because we see in those instructions there, the Avantika Bhikshu in the 11th canto of Bhagavatam, he says, Etan Samastaya Paratmanishtam. That the sannyas especially, it speaks of this Paratmanishta. Therefore Mahaprabhu said that I have accepted this sannyas Vaish. And what is the meaning of this sannyas Vaish? Mukunda Seva Hoy Samsara Taran. That only engage in the service of Mukunda. And then this way he said, like Sevesh Dhariya and Vrindavanagiya, Krishna Anisha Sevan Nibrita Basiya. There he said, in this way, having accepted this Vesh as a sannyasi, I'm going to serve Krishna day and night in Vrindavan. So this is the meaning of sannyas there, in this way. Or else how will all these devotees be silenced? And then again this another question was raised. That if you see, the Vaishnavas spoke this katha. It said that in Brahma Vivata Puran, sannyas is actually forbidden. It's said there. Where it said that Ashramedam Gavalambam, Sannyasam Pitra Palanam, and then this way, Devirena Sutot Patam, Kalau Pancha Vivarjayet. That 5 things are forbidden in Kali Yuga. What is that? Ashrameda Yagya, horse sacrifice, cow sacrifice, and sannyas, begetting sons from the wife of one's elder brother, and offering flesh to one's forefathers. So how sannyas is also forbidden in Kali Yuga, and this stated in the Brahma Vaivarta Puran. And how to reconcile this? So in this way we see that what is the answer? The answer is actually karma sannyas is forbidden there. If you see, Mahaprabhu also quoted this shloka to Chandkazi. There is actually karma sannyas which is forbidden there, not bhakti sannyas. Because if that is the case, then if you see Mahaprabhu's own descendants, Mahaprabhu's own descendants and his own Guru Varga, they all accepted sannyas. If you see, Madhavendra Puri, he was a sannyasi. His 9 disciples, 9 gems, Sukhananda Puri, Keshav Puri, Krishnananda Puri, Brahmananda Puri, Ranga Puri, Ishwar Puri, Paramananda Puri, Brahmananda Bharati, they were all sannyasis then. Then are you saying that they have also accepted karma sannyas? And their sannyas should also be rejected? Like we've been hearing this katha all these days, we've been hearing. No? Because this is like, if we not have a proper understanding of this, then how are we truly following Trivikrama Maharaj then in any way? Because he is like this, Vajradabhi Katorani, stronger than thunderbolt. And then again they said that if you see, Rupa and Sanatana Goswami never accepted sannyas. Throughout their lives they accepted only white cloth. and they never even changed their names. But now here in sannyas, you're saying you're changing all names. Like we see in that article that Param Gurudev wrote, Saudi Shala Biter Galad. There they raise the same question. That now you've become Bhaktivedanta Narayan. Now you've become Bhaktivedanta Trivikrama. Now you've become Bhaktivedanta Vaman. Now you've become like Bhagwan yourself now. Now you're not even Das anymore. They told the same thing to Prabhupada also. Now you are Om Vishnupada Stotar Sata Paramamsa Parivrajagacharya Bhakti Siddhanta. Where is Trinadapi Sunij Bhav they're saying now? Here you're becoming Bhagwan himself. And Param Gurudev said Prabhupada is so humble that actually is the maidservant of Srimati Radhika was actually addressing himself as a sannyasi. This is humility. And this way here also you see, they're raising the same question, that you're changing your names, you're becoming Bhagwan. What is this? So here you see, then the answer is given. You see, Rupa Goswami also, before his name, what was his name before? His name was Amar. And then again this name was given Dabir Gas. And then Mahaprabhu changed his name to Rupa. Sanatana Goswami, who was he before? He was Sakar Malik, and before his name was Santosh. And Mahaprabhu changed his name to Santosh. Advaita Acharya, what was his name before? Kamalaksha, and his name again, Advaita. Nityananda Prabhu, what was his name before? Kuber, then he became Nityananda. Sarup Damodar Goswami also, what was his name before? It's a Purushottam Acharya. And he also. Vishwarup, what was his name? So when they say all their names are changing, so how can you claim that only Rupa Goswami and Sanatan Goswami's names haven't been changed in this way? And they're also saying that in the Sampradaya founded by Mahaprabhu, there's no such things. And again, you see, how is this Sampradaya ever founded by Mahaprabhu? Rather, this Sampradaya has been founded by his bhaktas. The Sri Sampradaya is founded by Ramanujacharya. Vishnu Swami Sampradaya is founded by, the Rudra Sampradaya is founded by Vishnu Swami. The Nimbadita Sampradaya is founded by the 4 Kumaras. And so this is the Brahma Madhva Sampradaya. The Brahma Sampradaya has been founded by Madhvacharya. So how can you even claim that this is Mahaprabhu's Sampradaya in this way? So in this way they're raising all these questions. They're saying that what need is there to follow? And then again they're saying that, oh Mahaprabhu, what is he said into Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya? He told Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya that this sannyas is actually a great obstacle in achieving pure bhakti. I don't care for this sannyas. So he said, why should you accept sannyas then? When they're saying Mahaprabhu himself is telling Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya. So then you see the followers of Param Gurudev, they're answering. They're saying that if you read the entire context in Chaitanya Bhagavat, it says, Mahaprabhu, which particular sannyas is he referring to? He's referring to that sannyas where he's saying that one gives up his shika. We've been hearing this prasang. One gives up his shika, one gives up his Brahman thread. This kind of sannyas is forbidden, he's saying. This kind of sannyas where one says, now, Aham Brahmasmi, Namo Narayanaya. He's saying, now I'm same like Narayan. This kind of thing is forbidden. This is the one that Mahaprabhu was telling Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, that this should be given up in this way. Not that Mahaprabhu himself, that the sannyas that he accepted, that should be given up. No, the sannyas that he accepted are the Mayavadis. Where Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya was telling Mahaprabhu, oh, now you're in this Bharati Sampradaya, I can even raise you up even to a higher division of sannyas, like Aranya or Bon. Why only Bharati? This is the one that Mahaprabhu rejected. But this they're not saying. They're only quoting certain statements of Mahaprabhu. And then again they're saying, Mahaprabhu is saying that Eta Sabha Chadiyar Varnashram Dharma Akinchana Hoy Krishna Eka Sharan. They're saying that Mahaprabhu is saying you leave everything aside and just becomes one pointed to Krishna. So where is the need for this sannyas dharma? Then if you say, then the answer is, if this is the case, then why did Mahaprabhu tell Raghunath Das Goswami? Sthira hoy gare jao na hoy batul krame krame payalok bhava sindhu kul. Markatta vairagya na kore loka dekaiya yata yogya vishaya bunja anasakta hoiya. Antaranishte bhaya loka vyavahar achirate pabe tumar. This way, Krishna Kripa. And this way you achieve Krishna's mercy quickly, but inside you have this Yukta Vairagya. And gradually, Krame Krame Payalok Bhava Sindhu Kul. Gradually you'll cross over this ocean of material existence. And why did Mahaprabhu say this? Then why did even Mahaprabhu instruct some of his disciples to serve Grihasthas? He told Shivananda Sen, you always look after this Vasudev Dutt. You become like his secretary because he has so much money he's giving to everyone. And then we see Mahaprabhu, he himself had so many devotees who were part of Varnashram Dharma. Because Varnashram Dharma is like the body itself and Krishna Bhakti is like the life. So unless one respects the body, then how can one possibly cultivate the soul? We see Mahaprabhu, so many of his disciples were brahmacharis, grihasthas. There was Nakul brahmachari, Pradyumna brahmachari. They were brahmacharis. And there were grihasthas, like who? Shivananda Sen, Advaita Acharya, Srivas Thakur, all of them. And there were even Vanaprasthis, there were even sannyasis. So Mahaprabhu, if you see in his movement, all 4 ashrams are present together. So why are you saying like this? And then again they're saying, like we heard the Vaishnavas say, that They're saying Sanatana Goswami himself has said that Rakta Vastra Vaishnav Paritena Jivai. That the Vaishnav should not wear this Rakta Vastra. They're saying, so why are you wearing this saffron cloth? They're saying then. Rakta Vastra, this is Paritena Jivai. Sanatana Goswami himself said. But what is the context there? The context is that Sanatana Goswami was in Gokul, he was collecting Madhukari Bhiksha, and he had this saffron cloth wrapped around his head. And Jagadananda Pandit, he became so angry. First he was very happy thinking it was the prasadi of Mahaprabhu. But then he realized that this was given by someone called Mukundananda Saraswati. So he became very angry. So if this was the case, then will Jagadananda Pandit also become angry with Mahaprabhu, Sarup Damodar Goswami, and all the others who are wearing this saffron cloth? If this is the reason, then. This was only this particular context, Sanatana Goswami, he said. Then they also said, Sannyas, this saffron cloth, where is it mentioned in any of the 64 limbs of Bhakti? It's not mentioned anywhere. Then you see Gurudev Trivikrama Maharaj say that there's so many things that are not mentioned in 64 limbs of Bhakti. So many things. Like if you see, Gurudev also says like cleaning the stool of the Vaishnavas. That is also not mentioned in the 64 limbs of Bhakti. So does that mean it's not Bhakti? That is actually even greater than Bhakti itself. That is like Parama Bhakti. Not just Bhakti. It's qualified by the adjective Parama. And then like, again there is one more argument where they're saying that Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur in his Sarvata Darshani Tika itself, he has said that Bhaktya Anashrimita Vancha means the Bhaktas, they're Anashrima, they don't belong to any ashram, they're Anashrama. So how can you say that you're following Varnashram Dharma? Then the answer is given that follows of Param Gurudev. That if you see this line that Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur, he has actually spoken for the Premi Bhaktas who are beyond the rules and regulations of Varnashrama. Varnashram Dharma is divided into two. Salinga Varnashram Dharma and Nirlinga Varnashram Dharma. Salinga Varnashram Dharma means Varnashram Dharma characterized by external paraphernalia, by saffron cloth, or for the sannyasis, danda, the shika, the Brahma Sutra, the Upayan. All this is Salinga Varnashram Dharma. And then when one transcends this, then he goes to Nirlinga Varnashram Dharma, which is like Paramahamsa Vesh. But this is very rarely accepted by anyone in this way. So therefore we see Trivikrama Maharaj and all the disciples of Param Gurudev, they established this Tattva Siddhant by their teachings, by their precepts, by their words. They established all this and they made sure that no one would be confused. Or else if you see, even now there's so much confusion going on in this world. No. So this way if you see Trivikrama Maharaj, not only this, but he was also very rasik. He's written this Param Gurudev's Arati also if you see. There what has he said? He has said, Nana Chanda Sajjana Chamara Dulai, Gaurjana Uchakante Sumadura Gai. Then Sumangala Nirajana Bhaktagan, Duramati Dura Hoite, Deke Trivikram. He said, Sajjan Sevak, just see how he is waving the chamar for my Guru Maharaj. And Gaurjan Uchakanta Sumadura Gai. And Gaurjan, that is Gaur Narayan himself, how beautifully he is singing in this way. And Sumangala Nirajana Bhaktagan, the Bhaktagans are having darshan of this most auspicious Mangalarti. Well, Duramati Dura Hoite Deke Trivikram. Well, Trivikram Maharaj is very so his question arises, why didn't he use his brahmachari name Radhanath then? Could have just used, no. Here you see Trivikram is more appropriate than using the name Radhanath. So in this way, even the pranam mantras of Param Gurudev, Naum Vishnupada Acharya Simha Rupine, Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Viti Namine, Atimartha Charitraya Sashidan Chapaline, Jivatu Kesartaya Shinam Premadayine. All these things have come from Trivikram Goswami Maharaj. He was the one who wrote all these pranam mantras. His relationship with Param Gurudev was so intimate. Trivikram Maharaj, once he told Param Gurudev that why should I look after this temple, managing this temple, all these things. I'd rather go do and bhajan in some solitary place. I'm wasting so much time here. Then Param Gurudev, he told Trivikram Maharaj, all right, you go wherever you want. But know one thing for sure, wherever you go and wherever you do bhajan, the branch on top will fall on your head, he said. Or a ghost will catch you, he said, because you're leaving me and you're going, he said. Wherever you go, if you leave me and you go, this will happen, he said. This is the intimacy they had. Like once Trivikram Maharaj, he'd come and ask Param Gurudev some questions. And Param Gurudev would not even look at him. It seemed that he didn't even exist. But when Gurudev would come, Param Gurudev would take Gurudev on his lap. He'd caress him, he'd answer all the questions. And for Trivikram Maharaj, he said, go look there in that book. It's not even there here. This is the relationship, very intimate relationship. Like we hear that Trivikram Maharaj also, like once he bought so many pairs of shoes, Param Gurudev wouldn't accept. But Gurudev, one pair of shoes he accepted. But does that mean that his love for Trivikram Maharaj is any less in this way? This is also a very special rasa, very special kind of prem. And this way. And we see also Trivikrama Maharaj how he was so much inclined towards seva, and even in his old age. Once some devotees came from Mayapur to Navadvip, and there they were very hungry. They came in the middle of the night. So then Trivikrama Maharaj, he told one of his sevaks, hey, go make something for them, go cook something for them. Or else they're so hungry, they've come all the way from Mayapur. Then the sevak was like, oh, let's just eat some moody and this mishti dohi. Who will cook for them in the middle of the night? Then he just went back to his room. Then Trivikrama Maharaj himself went inside the kitchen. He started rolling puris and he started making sabji. And then this sevak, then he was thinking, oh, what have I done? Then immediately came, fell at the feet of Trivikrama Maharaj, begged for forgiveness. Then Trivikrama Maharaj said, what is your goal? He said, what is the goal of your sadhan? Then he said, I want to serve Radha Madhav. He said, you want to serve Radha Madhav? You cannot even serve these devotees and you want to serve Radha Madhav. He said, Dikkar on you. Fire on you. He said, you cannot even serve these devotees. You have come. How can you possibly serve Radha Madhav? He said, it's very practical in this way. In so many ways. Even one disciple of Srila Vaman Goswami Maharaj, he went to Trivikrama Maharaj in Chunchuda in this Gaudiya Math. And Trivikrama Maharaj, first thing he had him do was he had him milk cows, he had him make cow dung patties and all these things. Then Gurudev, he went and told Trivikrama Maharaj, oh, he's just a small boy, he should be going to school. Then Trivikrama Maharaj, he told Gurudev, oh, you're only speaking about Gopi Bhav. Everyone should be gopis. What do the gopis do? They only milk cows, they make cow dung patties. So I'm teaching him Gopi Bhav. And you're telling him you should go to school. You know why you're saying like this? Because you're Brahmin, he said. Only Brahmins speak like this way. And Gurudev would say, yes, even Mahaprabhu and Nityananda Prabhu, they were also Brahmins in this way. So this intimacy. So lastly, I was just typing one class where Trivikrama Maharaj was speaking in Bihar 1. There he was saying, what is the meaning of Bihar 1? Vihar means Vishesh Rupena Parajai, he said. Vishesh Rupena Parajai means here the gopis were especially defeated by Krishna. And then Gurudev, he said, not Vishesh Rupena Parajai. He said, Vishesh Rupena Jai, he said. Here, Krishna especially was defeated by the gopis, not that the gopis were defeated by Krishna. And Trivikrama Maharaj said that you're only saying that Krishna, he accepted the golden complexion of Srimati Radhika. Is this true? Then Gurudev said, yes. Then Gurudev said, you don't see any deity where Radharani has become black. He said, then Trivikrama Maharaj said, if that is the case, then you see Tota Gopinath, he's black, and Mahaprabhu, he's golden, and he entered and said Tota Gopinath. Then how can you reconcile this? This way they had many such wonderful exchanges. So therefore, today is the most auspicious tithi of this most wonderful Vaishnava, our Guru Varga. And many devotees have had his direct darshan, they have his direct mercy. So only hope to attain a drop of his Guru Nishtha. Vancha kalpatarubhascha kripasindhevcha vaitanam pavanebhyo vaishnavebhyo namo namaha.
Gyantimirandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Nena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namah Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripasindhubhyaivacha Patitanam Pavanibhyo Vaishnavibhyo Namo Namaha Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shivasadi Gaura Bhaktivedanta Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So first of all, I offer my Sastang Dandavat Pranams unto the lotus feet of our most worshipful Srila Gurudev, Nitya Leela Pravishta Om Vishnupad, Srimad Bhaktivedanta Narayan Goswami, Srila Guru Maharaj, to Arupa Anuga Guru Varga, and to all the assembled Vaishnavas and Vaishnavis. So today, a very special tithi, the Vyasa Puja, appearance day of Sri Bhaktivedanta Trivikrama Goswami Maharaj, is very special for us because we know this is very special to our Srila Gurudev and the Vaishnavas who are taking guidance. So just now we are in the month of Magh, 1 month before the month of the appearance of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And also yesterday was just Satila Ekadasi. We heard the glories of Satila Ekadasi. So now this day has been has come to remind us today the appearance of this great Vaishnava. Satila Ekadasi, giving this satsanga, these 6 types of association Where do you get the 6 types of association that nourishes bhakti? From the Vaishnavas. So for all these people following them, they can appreciate this gift. Just like Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, he appeared just the day after Janmashtami. Why? Because that is the feast of Nanda Baba. Nanda Baba giving this feast day after, because Krishna appeared in the midnight. So the next day, then big feast. And Nanda Baba giving all gifts to all Brijbasis. So similarly, this Ekadasi, then after breaking Ekadasi, generally devotees, they do paran. Part of that is giving gifts, also giving gifts in charity. So, and therefore today also the devotees going bhiksha. So today, his gift from the spiritual world, and coming just like before Mahaprabhu appeared, then all his servants, his associates come first. This is one principle of the sevaks. They always come, prepare the way of the master. So just a month before Mahaprabhu's appearance, like this month, then who came? Advaita Acharya, Lord Nityananda. So, and also our Srila Gurudev, Srila Trivikrama Goswami Maharaj. In the same way, like before Prabhupada came, before Param Gurudev came, which they came on the same month as Mahaprabhu, then his dear servant has come. We cannot separate, really, when we talk about Srila Bhaktivedanta Trivikrama Goswami Maharaj. We can never separate him from Param Gurudev and our Srila Gurudev. They are one in heart. So, like today, when we talk about his appearance, then we are remembering how he is a great sevak of our Param Gurudev. How he is a very dear God brother. Actually, our Srila Gurudev, we consider him as his very Atma. There is a reason why they have this specific name when Param Gurudev gave them the name during his sannyas. Param Gurudev is Bhakti Pragyan Keshav Goswami Maharaj. When they gave him sannyas, he has his first 3 sannyasis, and they are actually the founder, or like the extension arms of Param Gurudev. So who are they? Of course, the Srila Bhaktivedanta Vaman Goswami Maharaj, Bhaktivedanta Trivikrama Goswami Maharaj, and our Srila Gurudev Bhaktivedanta Narayan Goswami Maharaj. The 3 of them would always consider they are one soul in 3 bodies. And therefore Gurudev giving them different names, but they're the same. Because who is Vaman? He is Trivikram. And who is Vaman and Trivikram? He is Narayan. And Keshavadrita Vamana Rupa. So they're non-different. Keshav has come in the form of Vaman. Vaman meaning that dwarf who has come to trick Bali. He is disguised into this like very like harmless but very attractive like form. So it's not like an enemy, but like a brahmachari, and very beautiful but small, like dwarf. And we all know the story. But that same Vaman becomes Trivikram, became a giant, and with his 3 steps, then he got all the properties of Bali. Actually, just by his 2 steps, he had the whole universe already. And the 3rd step will just be on the head of Bali Maharaj. And then, who are Narayan? They're Narayan. So, in this way, we can understand this indicating that, they are none different, the 3 of them. And they're serving Param Gurudev. So, our we also hear all the time that in some they have some they're one, but they have some speciality. Like for the maintenance of this world, then there's these 3 guna avatars. Vishnu maintains, but who creates? Brahma. And who destroys? Mahesh, or Lord Shiva. And in this way, the whole universe continues in a cycle and going on. So, the same way, we hear that Srila Vaman Goswami is like Brahma. He initiates everyone. And Srila Trivikrama Maharaj, we know he is like Lord Shiva. And we just heard how, for some devotees, they're actually afraid of him because we know that he's very strict. But that's one thing. Like Lord Shiva, we know sometimes you become very angry. But then he's actually very soft. Sometimes we see that devotees, it's like, oh, like, so angry like this. Sometimes, well, you can experience that when they chastise you. But we have to understand, this anger is not the same anger that is described in the Bhagavad Gita. That from lust comes anger. When someone, by sense perception, he develops attachment, and from attachment comes lust, and lust then develops to anger. Vaishnavas have no this lust. Therefore, we have to understand this anger is really a transformation of their prem. They become angry, or they manifest this anger. This is actually in relation to their prem, to their love. Love for Bhagavan, and also their concern that you will be away from Bhagavan. And therefore they chastise. So we see this in Srila Trivikrama Maharaj and many instances. But at the same time, we know that he is actually like very approachable and like a well-wisher. When I first came to the Mat, I hear about, like, I first came to Navadvip. First time I came to India, then that was Navadvip Parikrama. And then I always hear about these devotees that go all the time to Srila Trivikrama Goswami Maharaj. But then I hear about how he would like chastise everyone, and he's fearless, he's very straight. And so, of course, I'm doing many other like services, and I would feel that like afraid to spend time to go have darshan, because like I hear about this. And actually I regret for not doing that, because like anyway I'm satisfied I'm with Gurudev. Like, oh, sometimes this is the thing when you're very new and you think like other Vaishnavas are not there to nourish and to make your love for Gurudev even more. You even see them like a competitor, but it's not always that time like that. So sometimes when we first come to the mat, our anchor of our love is only on Srila Gurudev or some Vaishnavas. But then later on, then you can see, all these different Vaishnavas where Gurudev has so much affection. Then you'll begin to appreciate. So like today, appearance day of Srila Trivikrama Goswami Maharaj. He has appeared on this day, but then now he's not here. But then by celebrating day as today, then for many people who he has not appeared in their heart, then this gives opportunity that, it's his appearance to their heart. And you can see how he's very dear to our Gurudev, giving us aspiration, like how it is to serve Guru, the Vaishnavas. So that time, I'm afraid to come to Srila Trivikrama Goswami Maharaj. But I hear all the time, like many stories, like even to his wife, when she came, because she left the family and stayed in the mat, his wife coming, he would not look at her, but at some point, wife is telling like, oh, if you will continue to neglect me, I will commit suicide. I'll burn myself. Then what did he say? Oh, go ahead. Take kerosene. I'll get the match. So, and like so many many instances where like just like a darshan of any like visitor, Trivikrama Maharaj would directly like chastise. Even that person is like very rich, like a very rich person. Anyway, so what happened one time, only a few years later, that I get opportunity actually to have his darshan. Then I could see like, wow, he's completely like very approachable. And really like you can hear like how in the mat, he doesn't show like, oh, he's great sannyasi or like someone to have awe and reverence. He would he would see you have broken items, he would fix that. He would fix some broken shirt or even some radio or watches. He likes to do the seva. He makes Brahman threads for the devotees or fix their mala like this. He's like, and really now making me appreciate like how is uncle. So one time, like I'm just remembering in Navadvip Parikrama, because one time Srila Gurudev was mentioning how Srila Trivikrama Goswami Maharaj, especially that's 21 years ago when Srila Trivikrama Maharaj left this world or like entered in Samadhi. Then that time, like I'm remembering, I still can remember how the Vaishnavas were like so much in separation mood. And it made me actually realize like, oh, such a loss. I mean, like me, I have no that actual relation. Then I'm like a little baby. Sometimes baby doesn't know what's happening. And up to now, I know like I'm a baby. When we talk about Radha and Krishna, we know like, oh, they're so far away. There's no this. We hear about the gopis' mood of separation, Mahaprabhu's mood of separation, but really, how much I'm experiencing? Nothing. But then, when you have an actual experience of, like in this life, someone you're attached, then you begin to understand, oh, it's like this. So that time, it's actually like, make me like, give me some reminder, what is the nature of this, like love and separation. When I see all the Vaishnavas, and especially our dear Vaishnava, that how he was crying so much that time. Our Srila Gurudev as well. In that time, then he was giving class. He was remembering how our Srila Trivikrama Goswami Maharaj, when Srila Gurudev first came to the mat, he was his Gurudev, Srila Bhaktivedanta Goswami Maharaj, entrusted him to Srila Trivikrama Goswami Maharaj. And therefore he was like his Shiksha Guru. And Gurudev said, he taught me kirtan. He taught me how to do bhiksha. He taught me how to preach. And then sometimes we can say that like, okay, this is Leela. And yes, in a way, but we have to appreciate that, like, even later on, we know how Srila Gurudev is speaking very nicely and attracting everyone's heart. And there's Srila Trivikrama Goswami Maharaj during, let's say, Brajmandal Parikrama. He would take the side of, like, opposing to whatever Gurudev would say. And therefore some devotees, they won't understand. They would say like, what is he doing? Like, or they may say, oh, he has a different opinion. Gurudev would always be loyal to Radharani. Oh, but Trivikrama Goswami Maharaj always like, he's in Krishna's side. Sometimes they would say like that. But actually we have to understand, like Gurudev said, he has taught me how to preach. So Srila Trivikrama Goswami Maharaj, he actually knows how to make a subject matter even go deeper and how to make it even more attractive. So sometimes when everything is just spoon-fed, no one will take it everyone will take for granted. That's why in Braj, Parakiya Bhav is there. In Parakiya situation, there's some obstacles. And in this way, it heightens up the relationship. So we see, Trivikrama Maharaj would always arrange like something interesting. So when Gurudev says something, then it's not that he's opposing because that is his opinion. He would bring out what he sees that will make the audience understand more. And therefore, sometimes, and most of the time, Srila Trivikrama Goswami Maharaj would play like the devil's advocate. So, and those who have seen, they can understand this. So, in one time in Navadvip, I'm remembering what Srila Gurudev said in Braj, that Srila Trivikrama Goswami Maharaj was like this, and sometimes he would be even his protector. He would protect him from certain situations. And he would tell that story that one time he forget, actually what happened, Vaishnava has explained that when Param Gurudev, they were doing Bengal preaching, that time they had some slideshow presentations. But one time, one Vaishnava, some assistant, they said he will bring, but later on he actually did not bring. So Srila Gurudev, that time when he was like arranging, because Gurudev in charge of that slides, the slides was not there. And so then he turned to Srila Trivikrama Goswami Maharaj. Oh, the projector is not here. So Param Gurudev would be so displeased. Then Srila Trivikrama said, don't worry, I'll handle this. And then he told to Param Gurudev, like, oh, the sky is now cloudy, it's like some dark clouds. It can rain anytime. We will waste time setting up these slides. Then later on, it will rain. Then that time that we use for preparing the slides, it could have been used already for Harikatha, and then so much more will be like used for that time. So he suggested like no need for slideshow. Param Gurudev agreed. And so then Srila Gurudev became so happy that in this way Param Gurudev became not displeased with the situation. So in this way, sometimes later on, Gurudev would remind Trivikrama Maharaj, they would remember this and they would embrace each other like this. And so then I remember this one time in Navadvip. We were in Mayapur that time. There was this prasadam distribution just in front of Chaitanya Mat. That's the land of the, that's Param Gurudev's land. And so all the devotees assembled there, waiting for prasad. That's almost in the midday. So everyone was tired, but they're doing kirtan. Gurudev was inside. In that property, there's only one hut. And Gurudev was inside, Srila Trivikrama Goswami Maharaj, some sannyasis. So during kirtan, while waiting for the prasadam, then I decided I'll go have darshan of Srila Gurudev. When I went inside the hut, I can see so many people there. And Srila Gurudev actually is resting. He was resting. But Srila Trivikrama Goswami Maharaj is there, sitting down. And so I was with someone, and we said let's take opportunity to maybe massage Maharaj feet. And so then we came, and then when we tried to massage, we approached and we just hold his feet and massage. But he was so merciful. He did not say anything and said, oh, you're disturbing me. And he just there. And he's giving us opportunity. And I can see oh, he's so merciful. Later on, Gurudev Gurudev woke up and he saw like, what's happening here? Why so many devotees are here? He started taking his danda and beating everyone. It's like, why aren't you in the kirtan? And he started beating everyone. And then we look at Srila Trivikrama Maharaj and he was smiling at us. And because we were with Trivikrama Goswami Maharaj, then Gurudev not beating us. And so like I was just remembering, Trivikrama Maharaj protected us. But here, I'm remembering what Srila Gurudev was saying, how Srila Trivikrama Goswami Maharaj also teaching him how to do bhiksha. And really the purpose of bhiksha is for preaching. And I've heard from the Vaishnavas how Srila Trivikrama Goswami Maharaj every day in Chanchura Gopinath, Chanchura Gaudiya, he would go bhiksha. And every time he returns, then not just brahmacharis are there waiting, the mungus, the birds, some cats, some dogs, like the cows, they're there, they're waiting. And because Srila Trivikrama Maharaj would always have something, some prasadam to give them. So he is so kind-hearted, not just that, he's very strong and very strict, but nature of Vaishnavas is, they're actually very soft. And you can see this softness when, during parikrama, when he goes to all these special places. And like we have one video, fortunately it was recorded and you can see how he would be crying when he was in Bhaktivedanta Thakur Samadhi. We can see like how that time he was crying so much. He was remembering, he was telling that, I am like worthless, like all these moods of humility. And remembering how Bhaktivedanta Thakur has given so much gift to this world. And in contrast to that, he's telling, I'm so unworthy. But this great soul, this associate of Bhagavan, they have given so much like gift to the whole world. And of course, when he's there in the samadhi of his like Gurudev and samadhi of Prabhupada, then there sometimes they cannot even like speak a lot because their voice would choke. So here we can see this is that is their nature, very soft-hearted, and therefore we can understand how they are so special to the Vaishnavas. Gurudev said that when Param Gurudev, his Gurudev, left this world, then he's continued to be nourished and or like being maintained by Srila Trivikrama Goswami Maharaj. Even while he was already like Acharya and preaching, Srila Gurudev, he said sometimes he would write to Srila Trivikrama Goswami Maharaj, Srila Bhavan Goswami Maharaj, what's happening. But and he knows, like for example, Srila Bhavan Goswami Maharaj is very busy. He's the Acharya, and he's also like absorbed so much in the eternal world. But Srila Trivikrama Goswami Maharaj, although he is also like that, but he would always like correspond to Srila Gurudev. He said, when I write a letter, immediately I would receive a reply from Srila Trivikrama Goswami Maharaj, and always giving me encouragement, like, we cannot do what you're doing, continue what you're doing. We know our Srila Gurudev is producing all these Hindi books that is now translated to English and many other languages. They are very special like books, not available from before. And so Srila Trivikrama will always like give so much encouragement to continue this. So he's there. He's like our Shiksha Guru. But we can see how much he's very humble. When they're together, when they see each other, and I've witnessed this, Srila Trivikrama Goswami Maharaj would offer Dandavat Pranams. He would like flat on the floor in front of Srila Gurudev. And therefore Gurudev also do like bow down. So never you see this mood that, oh, I'm senior to you, like that. And even Srila Vaman Goswami Maharaj, he is Acharya and he's giving initiation. We can see the relation. They're never independent from each other. So Srila Vaman Goswami Maharaj, we know before he even gives initiation, he would approach Srila Trivikrama Goswami Maharaj, Srila Gurudev. He would say, today I will perform a very sinful activity. And it's true, really, because when Guru gives Diksha, he takes all the sins of the disciple. And so he said, so I come to you, like, please, like, give me protection and give me blessing. And so he never gives Diksha without the approval of Srila Trivikrama Goswami Maharaj and Srila Gurudev. So in this way we can understand how they are a very good example for us, how they are one-pointedly and one heart serving the mission of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu on the guidance of their Gurudev, our Param Gurudev. So today, his appearance day, with this day, then he has appeared in the hearts of those who have seen him, who has been welcome in this family of Param Gurudev. But for many who has just come now, then this day has come. It's also called appearance day. Why? Because then it gives an opportunity that, he can appear to us. Because darshan, we know, is not by eyes. Darshan is by the ears. So on this day, then, we get to hear from the Vaishnavas their glories. And then, appreciating that, then having the real darshan. And really, what is there to have darshan? What is the real glory? So, always on celebrations like this, then I always repeat this. I always mention this every time, because it's something very important I learned from Param Gurudev. He wrote in his one article, what is really, how to see really the Vaishnavas like this. Because Vaishnavas, they have so many good qualities, and so many glories, but what is the real glory? So, Param Gurudev said, like in Bhagavatam, there's how many qualities of a devotee being mentioned? 26 qualities of a devotee. But he said, of these 26 qualities, one is the real main quality, and the rest are secondary. So what is the main quality? Krishnaikas Sharan. There is one-pointed surrender at the lotus feet of Shri Krishna, which in the list I think is number 12. So there's all these qualities. He's poetic, he's pure, he's clean, he's very kind, he's like very learned, like and many. He's very compassionate, like all these different qualities. So sometimes, like now, sometimes remembering him, we remember all this, his kindness, his love. But Param Gurudev reminding us that when we remember the Vaishnavas, and we remember like, how he's loving me, how he's so kind to me, he said this is not enough. Because when you are trying to enjoy this thing, and it does not inspire you really, like it's like you're just acknowledging that, but forgetting about his real glory. And what is that? He is one-pointedly surrendered to the lotus feet of Krishna, to his Gurudev. And in fact, for us, even more, we know that they are Rupanugas, like followers of Rupa Goswami. That is the real glory. If not even thinking about that, and just thinking about yourself, like, how he's giving me all these things, how he's loving me. When Prabhupada said, this is just a symptom of that self-centeredness in your heart that's keeping you in this material world for many lifetimes. And you may be praising him now, but just having this kind of mood will even lead you to later on commit offenses. So he's saying, really, we have to appreciate the real glory of the Vaishnavas. He said, if these other qualities do not inspire you to become like them, and what is that? To become one-pointed, surrendered devotee, to become like Rupanuga like them, then we can understand that really your appreciation for them is just a symptom of your being like a Guru Bhogi, like an enjoyer of your Gurudev, like this. So, therefore, we're remembering him and understanding, his real glory, and be inspired that, I want to become like them. So today we pray unto his lotus feet, just as he has guided so many souls and assisting his Gurudev and nourishing also even our Gurudev. Then he can continue to shower his blessings, so he can also welcome us and become recipients of this mercy. Bancha kalpatarubhyascha kripa sindhubhyascha patitanam vaishnavabhyo.
Ibaraka